The News Services Division brings glimpses of the year that was in our special series Year Ender 2020. COVID-19 pandemic has been the biggest story of the year, and India has seen a valiant fight against the disease under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Vaccine development has been a major challenge. After an all-party meeting last Friday, the Prime Minister announced that a COVID vaccine is expected in the country in the next few weeks. He said the world is looking at India for an affordable and effective vaccine.
अगले कुछ हफ्तों में कोरोना की वैक्सीन तैयार हो जाएगी। जैसे ही वैज्ञानिकों की हरी झंडी मिलेगी, भारत में टीकाकरण अभियान शुरू कर दिया जाएगा।
The science-based approach and constant monitoring has made India stand at the forefront in terms of development of COVID vaccines. 3 vaccines are now just waiting for their emergency usage approval. Talking to AIR News, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Central Government, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan said that the country is reaping the benefits of its investment and belief in foundational science, which in real terms has helped India sail through the times of a pandemic.
During this pandemic, India has in addition done extraordinarily well in becoming a developer of vaccines and new vaccines from here. And this is a great example of how investment in foundational science, basic science, pays off in an emergency. We are making really good quality vaccines. They are in late stages of trials. If they pass the trials, they'll do well. So India will now be both a manufacturer of vaccines, but also a developer of vaccines.
Here's a report from our correspondent who takes a look at India's journey towards search of a viable and effective COVID vaccine.
India manufactures nearly 60% of the total vaccine produced in the world. Standing true to its tag of being the pharmacy of the world, the country took up the Herculean task of coming up with a viable COVID vaccine even before WHO declared COVID-19 a pandemic on 11th March this year. A high-level group of ministers under the chairmanship of Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan was set up in the first week of February to prepare the country against the pandemic. India achieved the feat of isolating the virus strain along with just 4 other countries in the world much before even the first nationwide lockdown. The Department of Biotechnology and BIRAC constituted a COVID-19 consortium which swung into action at a time when the number of infected cases in the country was reported to be only around 500. The consortium extended financial assistance to multiple intending vaccine developers. Development of vaccines, which takes time of nearly a decade for evaluation and completion, were granted approval for clinical trials in a span of just 3 months, for which the drug regulator and the medical bodies relaxed their norms. Development and manufacturing of nearly 30 different vaccines is currently in the process in the country by firms which includes Bharat Biotech, Zydus Cadila, Serum Institute and Dr. Reddy's Lab, among others. Anticipating the uphill task of a national immunization program, which is also going to be the largest vaccination exercise in the history, a national expert group on vaccine administration for COVID-19 was formed by the Centre in August. The Centre is leaving no stones unturned to create the infrastructure and logistics required for early vaccination of its citizens, and at the same time has pledged to support the cause of humanity by assisting other countries in their immunization programs. Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.